just doesn't miss, whether he's open or well guarded.
And Steve, with Clay, you know not every team thought of him as an elite shooter, or he wouldn't have gone as late as he did in the draft. But with his size, he has incredible range, and that has proved to be a factor in his play.
Yeah, and one thing he's been able to do this last season is find ways to quicken that release. So now he can get that three off in the blink of an eye. He's a big, strong kid and doesn't need much room at all to let it fly. So what an incredible weapon to have on offense.
And so Thompson nails both of them.
Well, Klay Thompson, the son of former #1 draft pick Michael Thompson, but totally different games. His father was a big man who kind of played inside. Klay, a swingman, just a knockdown shooter from deep.
Into Green. Green with a screen on Rose. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Thompson left side. Green kicks to Curry. Back to Green. Curry against Butler. Tries again. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And Clay's father, Michael, often his toughest critic, he tells Clay, post those smaller guards up and don't always fade away. I can hear him saying it.
Oh, Mike, that's why I'm laughing. Sounds just like Michael, who knew how to handle himself with his back to the goal as a college and pro standout himself.
First one falls for him.
The Bulls having all kinds of trouble defending against Curry.
10 points, and he's added to his totals by picking up 3 points at the line as well.
Yeah, and that's something that's important for him and his team. Getting a few extra points, knocking those free throws down, and helping your team any way you can.
Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. Stephen Curry hits them both.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has improved. It's gotten more aggressive, more physical.
It sure seems like it has. They've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter.
Now here's Rose. He has 7. Noah high post. Lee with the steal. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. And that one's good. Curry's got 13.
You gotta like his shot selection today. He set a good example for the rest of his teammates.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
He just is not happy with how his team is executing. And they've been on the wrong side of this run. It's time for a momentum shift.
Sometimes just getting off the court, taking a break, and coming back out fresh will give you a chance to pull together.
Who are the league's best setup artists? Let's check it out. Number 1, Steph Curry.
Tell you what, it's hard to argue with his status as the best passer in the NBA right now, guys. Those numbers are amazing.
Chicago with the ball. They trail by 6. Well, they've got the Lakers ahead of them after this game, and the next game it'll be played in Los Angeles. And their road trip is only getting started as that's the 2nd of 6 for them.
I'm really looking forward to see how the Lakers fare in that one.
Now here's Noah, averaging 12 points a game. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Joakim Noah, one of the great effort players in the NBA. His energy and mobility enable him to make his impact felt all over the court.
Boy, you talk about Noah's energy and hustle. His offensive rebounding is a huge plus for their offense, and his speed in transition creates problems for the opposing big men as well.
The first one falls. At the defensive end, Steve, Noah is a key player.
Yeah, last season's Defensive Player of the Year, Kevin. He gives you rebounds, blocks, steals, but what impresses me the most is his ability to guard on the perimeter against screen and roll. When he switches out onto point guards, he's unmatched in that category.
Joakim Noah hits them both. Well, it's funny, Clark, some people thought that Joakim Noah was considered a bust when drafted by Chicago.
Very premature assessment of that young man. I tell you, you talk about having to eat crow for those who felt that way. A 2-time NCAA champion, Noah has now rightly become revered as the heartbeat of this scrappy Bulls team, an All-NBA, an All-Star. and also an all-NBA defensive player as well.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
Well, Noah has that boisterous, playful personality. I think his quirks maybe threw people off early on, but he's a wonderful teammate. He's unselfish, and I think more than anything, you know, his unguarded personality has sort of helped him connect with his teammates.
Free throw good by Curry.
And for Noah, who is really gregarious and outgoing off the court, but you get in between those lines and his intense competitiveness becomes apparent. I mean, he's locked in all business. A fierce, fierce competitor, laser focused on winning, and he's not worried about making a few enemies in the process.
Stephen Curry hits them both.
He's always been extremely reliable at the line, and today's been no different.
Rose kicks to Gasol. And Butler, here we go. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Pau Gasol.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Timeout called the Warriors.
Pau Gasol over the last few seasons dealing with a number of lower body injuries. Knee tendonitis, plantar fasciitis, groin, toe. I'll tell you, Kobe had suggested him to try to really slim down to lessen the pressure on his joints.
And the Bulls making a change here. Brooks checked in. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Thanks, Kevin. Tom Thibodeau had some words for his team in that last huddle. He said making sharp entry feeds, getting the ball into the post, and getting points on the low block is going to be critical the rest of the way. He also wants them to concentrate on working as a team at the offensive end. Passing, patience, and teamwork. Those were the messages. Maybe making those early adjustments will give them time to judge their effectiveness by halftime. We'll soon find out, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks. And stolen by Mirotic.
Well, that's not been a typical possession for them in this first half. You know, for the most part, they've been pretty smart with the ball. Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
Here's Lee after the Bulls pick up 2. Gets it to go from 8 feet. Lee's got his second bucket of the night. Bulls trail by 4. On the wing, Brooks, guarded by Curry. Conley the kicks to Brooks. Goes up with the stripe. No good off the back of the rim.
That's one he knows he should have made.
Green with the ball. Gasol covering. Pass to Livingston. It's Curry with the drive. The dish now to Livingston. Back to Curry. The 3. The shot is off. And in Chicago the other way.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had early.
Shots good from Butler.
Well, it looks like he's finally found his footing in this game. His first quarter was a real struggle, but he's gotten it going now.
Curry against Butler. Green with a screen for Curry. And the shot falls short this time.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. We're lucky he couldn't punish them for it. Here we can see, Kevin, where the Warriors rank in the NBA right now. Tops in scoring, first in assists, and they're number 2 in team rebound. A good, balanced, aggressive team on the backboards.
And the points that they're scoring per game that you talked about is really a result of great offensive execution. I mean, this is a club that works well together. They get great looks, and they'll also score in transition.
Falls for Brooks. So both teams changing it up here. That misses, so he splits the free throws. The Warriors leading. Here is Livingston. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. He kicks to Barnes. Five to shoot. All alone. Now the pass to Livingston. Barnes dishes to Spates. Holiday, the pass to Barnes. Golden State moving it around. Here's Spates. And again, it's the Warriors missing. It's a neck-and-neck game in Golden State. Brooks up on top, guarded by Holiday. Brooks kicks to Butler. Back to Heinrich. The feed now to Mirotic, and stolen by Barnes. Bogut with a screen on Brooks. A minute 42 left in the first half of basketball. Spates dishes to Holiday. Rebound by Butler. Butler's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Feeds it to Brooks. Back to Butler. A fader. And that one's good. Butler's got 11 points.
That's been a great day for him, and if you remember, he gave them a huge performance their last time out as well.
Livingston passes to Spates. Spates with a screen on Heinrich. And Holiday, here we go. Spates missing again.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Here's Butler. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, he's sensing this is a critical time in this game, guys.
Here is Livingston. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Bogut with a screen on Brooks. And Spates has it in the corner. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Now here's Brooks. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Heinrich sets a screen for Brooks. Outside Butler. Lots of room. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Spates has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Kicks to Livingston. Barnes with it. He dishes it to Spates. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And we're through 2 here in a good one. It's the Bulls. They're up by 1. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Coach, obviously a tough start for your team defensively, but things seem to improve throughout the first half. What were you seeing out there tonight?
Yeah, no, we didn't do a good job to start the game. They were going wherever they wanted to go. So we have to do a much better job of playing the ball and then giving the appropriate help. Once we settled down a little bit, I thought our second unit came in and did a good job.
Coach, thanks for the time. Gentlemen, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be back after halftime as the 3rd quarter gets underway. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out away here in the 3rd. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
I loved his approach, guys. He came out aggressively, took the ball into the teeth of the defense, and either got points at the rim